Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. So I'm not sure where you are today, but we're going to go over your assignment for the week here. So what we're going to do is we are going to go into an introduction into teen smoking, okay? So we found this over at our nursinganswers.net. This is going to be an article you're going to read here for me. We're going to have a before, during, and after assignment. What I'm going to have you do is read through this article throughout class today. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask. And then what I'm going to do is provide this for you. I'm going to kind of show you all an example of how I read through this document and how I hope that you can read through this document to be successful. That way we can gain the knowledge that we need to get. Okay, so we're going to get into it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down, for example, one of these sections. So for our before assignment, I want you to take a few minutes before we read this, and I want you to talk to me about why is smoking bad for your health. What do you know about smoking? What do you know about how it affects your health? What do you know about the reasons, the causes, what are the things that can negatively affect, okay? And then during, I want you to take one concept from each section. So we'll use this, can smoking affect our vision, which is what we're going to model for you guys real quickly. And basically you will take it, I want you to take a concept in that or a question that you have in there about something you don't understand and write that down. And then as you write that down, as you're going through your reading, I want you to refer back to those examples and use and answer questions as you can while you're going throughout your reading, okay? So for an example, in this section, if you look here, it talks about how the smoke can lead to different eye infections. Well, I know of a couple eye infections that smoke can lead to, but what are all the eye infections that I could possibly deal with smoke? So that was the question that I wrote down for this section, okay? And then after your assignment, or after all of this is reading, I want you to take the concepts or questions that you wrote down during your reading and answer those questions for me in a few sentences. Okay, so the ones that you can't answer in the text, I want you to grab out your Chromebook or your iPad, whatever you've got, what type of computer, and let's go through. We can use Google if you want to use your textbook, whatever you want to use to help, and let's try to find the answer to these questions you have. If you can't find these answers, let's collaborate with our classmates a little bit. Okay, you can post those on the discussion board, see if anybody can help you find those, and if not, you can come and email me. Okay, so I'm going to go through and talk to you about how I'm going to read through this section. Okay, so for me, we're going to start this with, can smoking affect our vision? Smoking is not only bad for our body, it is also bad for our eyes because smoking can lead to different eye infections. So boom, right there was the process that I had. Smoking can lead to different eye infections. So for me, I wanted to know, okay, what eye infections can smoking lead? Smoking is linked to increase the hazard of having eye blindness, and people who smoke have double the risk of developing cataracts compared with non-smokers. So if you don't know what a cataract is, that's another example of a question you can develop, and you can connect that with other content, okay? The effects of cigarette smoking, like heart disease, cancer, are very familiar, but many of us don't know that sight-threatening vision and eye problems also exist. Quitting smoking is an effective way to lessen the different possible eye diseases you may occur. What we want to do now is take all that information and let's talk about and let's think about, okay, I'm thinking to myself as I'm reading this, okay, the effects of smoking, like heart disease, cancer, are very familiar. I think about those, right? When somebody says smoking, what do we think about? We think about cardiac, think about their heart, and we think about their lungs, think about their airway, right? Because what do you do when you smoke? You inhale cigarette smoke, it goes into your lungs. We think about it affecting your breathing, but what we don't think about is your eyesight. Why do we not think about our eyesight? Why do we not think about the other multitude of things? So make sure you're asking yourself as you're reading this stuff, hey, yeah, okay, that makes sense to me. Like smoking does affect heart disease and cancer, but if it also affects sight and eye problems, what else does it affect? Okay, so if you guys have any questions, pop in the discussion board or email me and we'll go through the rest of your week. Bye.